Hi guys, welcome to The Great Someday. I have my son Jackson here today and I'm going to teach him and you how to plant potatoes. So we did save some of our potatoes, our organic potatoes from last year in a box. I made sure they were nice and clean and dry, and then I wrapped them in newsprint and stored them down in the dark of our basement. And they survived just fine, but I bought some seed potatoes just in case. And once I bought them, they were pretty large. So I'm going to show you what we did a few days ago. We went through the potatoes and cut them so that each potato had a few eyes on it.
Oh, you're moving too fast. Slow down.
Sorry.
That's okay. Just when you wheel them around. So you're making sure each of those chunks has an eye sticking out. Jackson, slide over, see what your mom's doing.
You remember we did this together. So there's one more eye back here that I'll do. And then you can wrap these potato pieces in newsprint, or we left them out on a baking rack with a fan on them.
Jackson, do you remember why you cut them like that?
No. We cut them like that because each potato is competing for all the starch that's in the potato. So each eye, we want to have its own little piece and not have to compete. Okay? And then we cure them off. The reason we let them dry before planting them just raw like that is because it ends up getting a dry, hard surface, and then cold and wet won't make the potato rot. So we're getting some cold weather coming in, and we don't want the potatoes to
That's
rot.
freshly cut, and that's cured for how many days?
Probably 3 or 4.
So 4 days. That is pretty
So
chunky.
these ones won't grow right, but these ones will?
Well,
they'll grow better?
we are going to plant the ones that have cured because we have cold and wet weather coming, and cold and wet can rot the wet potato. Ones that have a scab over them will do better. So when we plant them, we're going to do cut side down in the trench, and the trench is
4 to 6 inches deep.
right, and
Nice.
the eyes go up and the cut side goes
Down.
Okay, so we're going to space them. If we had a big long run and more space in the garden, we would space them 8 inches apart. But because we have such good soil here and we're just doing a short row, we're going to go ahead. This is a raised bed, so we have better, looser soil here. So we're just going to do them a hand print apart, okay? Okay. Here you go.
Go for it, dude. What else are you planning on growing in your garden, Jackson?
Some strawberries, some tomatoes, and there's this one flower, I don't remember it, salvia. I'm gonna grow some of that as well.
Yeah, we will. I said wheel one more in there, dude. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Now you need to cover them up.
Now we cover them loosely back over, and we want to mark our row. We just have a stick here. And then as they grow, Jax, when they get a few inches tall, okay, we're going to go through and keep hilling the soil up then. Okay, when they get 12 inches tall, we're going to hill the soil up 6 inches. We'll bury them almost up to their neck.
And what's the purpose of doing that? Why?
When we do that, it forces them to make more tubers, which is the part that we eat and the part we want.
Tubers is the fancy way to say potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
So they'll keep growing, and as they grow, they'll end up looking a lot like a tomato. We got to bury them a little bit deeper, okay?
Sorry.
There you go. Okay.
Trying to mark out the
row.
I advise Hey Jackson, what was the other thing that you saw that was growing in your garden? You like kind of pumped.
fennel.
Show me your fennel.
Bronze fennel to be exact. So, last year, 2 years ago, I forgot that fennel was perennial, so I had dug it up.
Bronze fennel is.
Bronze fennel is. So I had dug it up.
And ate it all.
And ate it all. I fed some of it to my guinea pigs though. So. So my brother's fennel, which is starting to grow back, went and
That's his garden over there.
Seeds.
Mm-hmm.
So
You sprinkled some of the seeds.
So I sprinkled some of the seeds over here. So now I should have some bronze fennel growing.
Awesome sauce. How do we know when the potatoes are ready?
That's good. Do you remember, Jackson, what I told you? They'll grow up and they'll have purple flowers.
And once they start getting withered and yellow,
first,
and dry,
let's talk about the flowers. When they're flowering, what do we need to do?
go and water them more.
Be very consistent.
Very consistent watering them, and then
Why? Remember why?
No, I don't remember.
Because what is the plant doing?
Because the plant will be making tubers,
Which are?
the potatoes.
Yeah. So they'll be making the potatoes when they're flowering, and so we give them the best care and the most consistent care when they're flowering. And then after they flower,
They'll turn all yellow and withered, and and once they go back down into the ground completely,
they just die off.
they just die off, and
Then what do we do?
that's when it's around time that you should harvest them.
How do you harvest them?
You go and you dig through the soil and pull out all the potatoes. That's one of the main reasons why I wanted to do the potatoes, because it's really fun to harvest them.
It is fun, isn't it? So you can find the biggest one, that kind of thing?
Yep.
All right, any last minute tips, Jackson, to throw out there?
No, not really.
You want to say anything to kids who might want to be gardeners?
Do you like it?
Yes.
All right, anything else?
Thanks for watching The Great Someday. We hope you plant some potatoes today. Good
right.
potatoes go in the ground in Zone 5 by Good Friday.
Sounds good. All right, everybody rock on.